She's number one at being dumb, the new face of the DNC. Gather round, cause that's our Jasmine.
Jasmine Crockett's got another hot take. No blacks and whites on a wedding cake. The Democrats' new chosen one, Jasmine Crockett, is in the news again for an old clip where she attacked Florida Rep. Byron Donalds for marrying a white...
This is shaping up to be one for the books. Picture it. We're watching live as Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett and Greg Gutfeld engage in one of the most intense and unexpected exchanges to hit television in a while. But this wasn't your typical politica back and forth, not by a long shot. The firestorm began when Congresswoman Crockett made highly controversial remarks regarding interracial relationships. Specifically, she questioned her support for unions between black and white individuals, sparking immediate backlash. The moment stunned viewers and sent shockwaves through the political landscape. Whether you agree or not, one thing's certain: this conversation is far from over.
She's so rotten, she wants migrants picking cotton. We present to you Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who made this shocking argument why America needs immigrants. Roll it, Alfred.
So I had to go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands.
When the wheels fall off.
You're not. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find.
Greg Gutfeld jumped into the fray with his trademark mix of sharp sarcasm and unapologetic commentary, adding fuel to an already explosive moment.
But it goes back to, that was 45 seconds of some of the, like, Kamala, you good right now. That was some of the dumbest I ever heard in my life. Here's the thing. This goes back to what we talked about earlier. They never have a solution. Just listen to your dumbass talk. You want to talk about agriculture? Why don't you fix the lottery? Why don't you make it easier for people who want to come into this country to work in agriculture and equitation and factories? Get rid of the lottery. Open it up. Talk to the president. Like, hey, we got a plan. We want to make it easier for people who can vet and come in and work in this country. Come up with an idea. Besides, any of y'all want to pick cotton? Like, we're in suits in the middle of the Midwest. Why would we pick cotton? It's like the extreme stupidness of what she speaks. I'm so angry.
He tore apart Crockett's remarks with a fierce and unrelenting critique, leaving no room for ambiguity in his response.
Plantation.
Tyrus, I go to you for no particular reason. Is she making any point there?
Like this makes me wish my mom made different father choices. Because we all get sucked into this. Like, this is... If you're going to talk about black history, at least know it. At least know it. Okay?
It was that serious everyone was talking. Social media lit up with reactions, debates, and hot takes. The whole incident sparked intense conversations about where to draw the line between genuine political dialogue and attention-grabbing rhetoric.
Literally, it's because you married a white woman, and so you think that they're whitewashing.
That's not very woke, is it? Of course, Crockett isn't the only Democrat who's opposed to interracial marriage, or else more Democrats would have voted for this one. Racist!
Let's be honest. This kind of fiery back and forth is exactly what pulls you in. We love digging into bold, boundary-pushing issues like this one. So, if you're the kind of person who wants to stay in the loop on stories that get people talking, why not subscribe? It helps keep this going, and I've got to admit, every new follower brings a little extra motivation to keep sharing these moments with you. Now, let's break down what went down. Because the exchange between Greg Gutfeld and Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett was nothing short of explosive. It all kicked off when Gutfeld took the stage on his show, clearly ready to go after Crockett for her recent controversial comments about interracial relationships. From that point on, the sparks flew. She's quickly becoming one of the most polarizing figures in recent political discourse, and this clash only added to that reputation.
Killmead, she's getting to be the face of that party.
I know, thanks to your show.
Yeah.
I don't know what's more popular, this or The View on Gutfeld. But a couple of things. Did you see, at first I thought she was doing it for comedic purposes, but you watch back, nobody had a response. They didn't know what the hell she was talking about. And she's like, oh, really? Farming? Yes, it's called eating, farming. America's got the best farmers in the world. There's glory in doing it. People do it, and the people don't do it by hand anymore. This isn't 1820. So I was just stunned by what she's saying. But the weird thing is, she probably left that room thinking she knocked it out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that anyone can stop her from being the face of the party, except Bernie Sanders, who's 111 years old, talking about oligarchs.
As expected, her comment ignited a firestorm, like striking a match in a room full of fireworks. The fallout was immediate and intense. There they stood, Greg and Jasmine, face to face. Greg, known for his unfiltered style, brought his usual no-nonsense attitude, the kind that either earns applause or eye rolls, depending on your point of view. He came out swinging. According to him, Jasmine's remarks didn't just surprise the public. They revived views many consider outdated and dangerously divisive. He got right to the point, accusing her of prioritizing provocation over substance and turning politics into a performance rather than addressing real, pressing issues. But the real twist, Jasmine Crockett wasn't ready for it. She arrived, armed with rehearsed lines, more buzzwords than arguments, expecting the usual talking head sparring. What she faced instead was a pointed, unexpected confrontation that threw her off script.
How long is she going to keep this thing that she wasn't talking about, the wheelchair?
Yeah. Come on, babe, you know you're full of and all that, Jasmine. I think what happened was AOC was like, you guys, I need to triangulate and be serious now because I'm going to be a senator. So someone has to be a talking attention whore. Who's it going to be? And Jasmine raised her hand and goes, excuse me, Congresswoman Cortez, I speak jive.
What it is, Mama.
Greg's approach was like a bulldozer, plowing through a field of empty platitudes. His pointed questions drilled straight into the core of Jasmine's statements, leaving her scrambling for solid footing. It was like watching a sudden storm roll in, calm one moment, then chaos the next. But it wasn't just what Greg said. It was how he said it. With his trademark sarcasm and uncanny ability to cut through what he called performative nonsense, he stripped away any pretense of political polish. The result, viewers couldn't look away. Was it the force of his delivery, the content of the exchange, or a combination of both? Whatever it was, audiences were hooked. Greg launched question after question, like hurdles Jasmine couldn't quite clear, each one raising the stakes. Then came the flashpoint. Greg openly accused her of playing racial politics, a charge that instantly ignited fierce debate.
Now she claims that she wasn't talking about Abbott's wheelchair at all. Yet she's mentioned Abbott's wheels before. In 2022, she posted Beto's rolling around the state. Where's Abbott rolling to? And according to the Washington Free Beacon, Crockett also liked several Facebook comments referring to Abbott as...
But this is where things got really interesting. The television audience didn't just sit back and watch. They responded, and quickly. Thanks to social media, the conversation exploded almost instantly. Platforms like Facebook and Twitter lit up with memes and comments. Some users applauded Greg for his sharp critiques, while others stood firmly behind Jasmine, resonating with her perspective. What started as a heated exchange didn't fade. After the broadcast, it sparked broader political conversations.